Hi guys, my name is Rafael Escalante and today I'll be presenting on why teachers and other school staff should be armed. And within my presentation, I'll be covering three main points, which will be how it is much cheaper to arm teachers and train them, obviously, rather than hiring security guards. And also, it will provide the classroom and the whole school in general a fighting chance against an armed intruder. And lastly, how by arming teachers and training them, it will increase the security and safety within campuses. And according to CNN, since the year 2009, there has been 177 schools that have experienced a school shooting. So starting off with the first point is that it provides the schools a fighting chance. And according to Bill Hisfeld, who is a superintendent for the Bay District Schools in Florida, what he found out was that what school shooters they're looking for is mainly to cause the most amount of damage and kill as many people as they could within a short span of time, which usually ends up being around 3 to 4 minutes. And despite many schools, or at least various of them, having security guards and armed officers on campus, it will still not be enough to fight and deal with a school shooter, since they could only react at such time. And the average response time of police officers is 10 minutes, which by the time the officers show up to the school, it would have been too late, since the armed intruder would have had enough time to do such evilness. And what he did was he implemented a program called the Guardian Program, which basically trained teachers who were seen as eligible, and they trained them and they went through safety courses as well with firearm training, for they could protect the children from such intruders. So one very common counter argument for this idea would be, oh, what if such teachers get rather impulsive or are not capable enough to respond accurately and train and such? It will be that by taking firearm lessons, it will get them used to having a firearm and would prevent them from having jerk reactions or any unwanted reactions. And also with the safety classes that will be included, it will prevent them from putting the firearms in some place close to the child's reach, which will cause unnecessary deaths. So moving on to paragraph 2 is that army teachers, it would be cheaper compared to hiring security guards. So the average school district spends 30 to 40K for security guards, and assuming that at least one of them stays overnight, which I got this information from Q-Star Technology. And since the average size of school districts is 5.6, and if we round that up to 6, it would be an average of 180K through 240K that the school districts would need to invest for security guards, which isn't cheap at all. And to get the firearm safety course, that is $19.50, and I got that from handgunsafetycourse.com. And there isn't a solid price for firearm training, since it really varies based on the trainers and how experienced they may be, and also what type of firearms you're trying to learn to shoot. And moving on to the third paragraph is that by arming teachers, it will improve the school security and the safety. And by having one or two guards on the campus, it sounds safe, but in reality, those one or two guards, they could only respond at such time, since it would be a really, really off ratio of one or two security guards compared to hundreds and in occasion thousands of students. And if teachers were armed, it would provide the each individual, or at least more classes, be able to defend themselves rather than relying on a security guard or two. And it would also let the school be more safe, since more teachers could walk around and make sure there's nothing suspicious going on the campus and such. And moving on to my final is that they would also be able to defend themselves if ever anyone breaks in and such. So moving on to my conclusion, my name is Rafael Escalante, and thank you guys for listening to my presentation on why teachers and school staff should be armed. And within this presentation, I covered how it would save money compared to hiring security guards, and it would also improve the school security. And lastly, it will provide a fighting chance for the classes and the whole school in general. So with such problem, we could only all hope and strive to change this problem, which really affects the most innocent, which are the children. Thank you guys for your time.